Greetings, Wonders.
Greetings, Maggie.
Would you please go to whom, to where, and to when you are directed? Would you please locate your facilitator, Maggie McGuffin Cadet, on June 4th, 2006?
Yes, we have you.
We are gathered here at 8361 11th Line, RR number 2, Thornton, Ontario, to do a general session for the Direction of Humanity workshop group entitled Probabilities and Possibilities of Choice. Would you please begin?
Prior to beginning, please, dear Maggie, realize we also have you as a coordinator as well.
Thank you, Anders.
We just thought we'd add that in.
Okay, thank you.
Now, title, please.
Probabilities and Possibilities of Choice.
Good. Now, title, please.
The title of the session?
Yes, please.
Okay. Probabilities and Possibilities of Choice.
Good. Now, title, please.
Uh-oh. Shall I ask why?
Do you choose to?
Yes.
Well, you see, there's the probability and possibility of choice. We created that, didn't we?
I see, yes.
So, viewed from that perspective, what are the probabilities and possibilities of humanity's choices? Humanity is actually looking to shift its consciousness. There's a lot of individuals that are attempting to shift humanity's consciousness, as we suggested in previous sessions. Their perspectives of shifting consciousness is actually still maintaining the same consciousness, but in effect doing it differently. But still, the awareness is to shift consciousness. So the probability that humanity will shift consciousness is rather high. Then the possibility is at this point a little less high, but it is growing, isn't it? Because the more individuals hear the word choose, the more individuals that hear the word greetings, the more that you will find there's the possibility increases. Do you see how this works?
Yeah.
No, you don't. True? Come now, dear Maggie, we're having a conversation with you. True?
I thought I did, and as soon as you said no you don't, I put it in my mind, and I think I do.
Okay. Then please enlighten us. We're a little dense.
The more conversations we have, the more it goes out to humanity, the more humanity will change.
The more the possibility of change occurs. It's not that it will change, but the possibility exists.
Yes.
In other words, the environment is created where possibility of change can occur. True?
Yes.
You see, this is what is required here for humanity to change. There must be an environment to change. Now, take a look at yourselves. What environment has been created around you that increases the possibility of you changing?
This environment, studying with you,
Yes.
that's increased the possibility of change.
Yes, it's also increased the probability of change. But what created the possibility of change?
The awareness.
What is the difference, the possibility?
Probability is just the odds.
Uh-huh.
The possibility is choice.
The teacher program?
Yes. That certainly increased the possibility, didn't it? The probability, just by listening to the words choose and greetings, the probability was there, wasn't it? But the possibility, by you choosing to participate in the teacher program, it increased your possibilities of choosing, didn't it?
Yes.
And that's what humanity must do. Humanity at some point in time must make a choice to increase its own possibilities of choice. What choice do you think is required? They can't all be part of the teacher program. Well, they could, but they won't. So what choice do you think humanity will make that will increase the possibility of humanity choosing a consciousness of free choice?
To hear the words choice and greetings more and more?
To a degree. Not hear it. Use it.
Oh.
It has to be a choice to change.
Yes. And the choice to change comes from using those words, doesn't it? You see, all of you heard choice in greetings, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But had you not ever used it, do you think you would have increased the possibility of your choosing differently? How many of you use greetings?
I do.
Yes.
A lot? A little?
A lot.
All the time.
I use it a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
And how many of you use choose?
I use it quite a bit.
Yeah, I use it more and more.
A little bit.
Choose, choice. So the more you use those, the more your possibilities have increased that you will yourselves choose, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you force yourself, by using the words, in effect, you move yourselves to observe choice then, don't you?
Yep.
Yep.
Greetings is a way for you to realize your interconnection to everything, and choose is a way for you to observe choice. Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
And that difference is why you've increased the possibility and the probabilities. Do you see there, dear Maggie?
Yes.
That caught you by surprise, didn't we?
Well, you know what? I'm hearing a noise and I was just looking.
Do you want to know where it is?
Yeah.
It's the
where-
chair.
Is it the chair?
It's the chair.
Okay.
See?
If I'm. Okay. Yeah, it is. Is the microphone stand too close to it?
No,
Oh, it's just a chair.
just the chair.
Okay. Thanks, Wonder.
The chair.
I was being distracted by that.
Why?
Uh,
Why were you being distracted? Why do you think? To increase the possibility of choice or decrease it?
decrease.
You see, in the last section, you came to the realization that you were living through the consciousness of fear, and now you're increasing or decreasing the possibility of choosing differently.
Decreasing the possibility.
Why would you do that?
To keep myself in
The consciousness of
the
fear.
consciousness of fear.
Because that's the filter in which you operate.
Mm-hmm.
Still haven't chosen yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see how easy it is to
Yeah.
observe?
Yeah.
Take a look at humanity. They're no different.
Yeah.
Humanity does the same thing. How many times does humanity distract itself? Through war, famine, through fear. For example, pandemics that are occurring presently. All of this is just distractions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Volcanoes, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes. All this is just distractions, isn't it?
Yes.
Humanity as a whole is distracting itself from choosing a different way. And it keeps humanity in this consciousness of fear. And as long as humanity continues to distract itself, it will stay there. It's that simple. Do you see? What are the probabilities that humanity will stop distracting itself? Not very high. Because humanity still hasn't completely integrated choose. Do they?
So natural disasters and pandemics are distractions?
Yes, they are. They're distractions to the opportunity to choose, and it holds them into fear. Holds humanity in its fear. Humanity is gripped by the fear of not being in control of natural disasters. Gripped by its fear of the possibility of a hurricane, a tsunami, an earthquake, a volcanic eruption. Do you see?
Versus just choosing a
Yes.
volcanic eruption.
Take a look at the.
not.
We talked about your medium, didn't we? Your media. We said to you in one section that if you were a camera, you would simply observe, but what you do with it is judgment. Take a look. How many movies have there been, disaster movies, within the last 7 to 10 years?
A lot.
Everything from aliens invading, to massive earthquakes, to tornadoes that are out of control, to hurricanes that completely wipe out New York City. True?
Yes.
The end of the world, the end of the world, the end of the world. Oh, let's not forget the asteroid hitting the planet. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
True?
definitely.
versus humanity could just choose not to have these natural disasters?
No. Choosing to live in a consciousness of free choice that would allow them to experience these disasters but not fear them. And so the result would be there would be a very intense creative movement that would help them to resolve their interaction with these disasters.
Uh-huh.
Do you see what we're saying here, dear friends?
Oh, so it's still allowing for these natural disasters because they're the earth doing its own choices.
Yes, we're not saying this is control. In fact, dear friends, we would suggest to you that the more you perceive that this method, changing the consciousness of fear to the consciousness of free choice, is going to give you more control, then, dear friends, we assure you, you're still in the consciousness of fear. Control is not part of free choice. Get the picture yet?
Mm-hmm.
So why are you so afraid? Please.
Because it would seem like the allowance for everything, it is very uncontrollable.
Yes.
And I guess the natural disasters occurring, I guess that my first reaction is fear of survival.
Here's another thought. When humanity moves into a consciousness of free choice, individually, collectively, and otherwise, then you'll also realize your continuity, won't you? Do you see? And then all that fear of natural disasters, what are you going to do with it? Operate from it, filter it from that perspective, or simply look at it and say, oh, how can we deal with this? How can we resolve this? Resolution becomes the key phrase then, doesn't it?
Yes.
And that we wouldn't be afraid to die.
Exactly. We assure you that you will never live until you stop being afraid of dying. You'll exist, but you won't ever live. In other words, you won't let yourself explore freely till you stop being afraid of dying. And humanity will never allow itself to explore freely until it stops being afraid of its own demise. Do you see the picture?
Right. So even world wars, that also brings the fear of our demise.
Of course.
So it's just allowing that as well.
There you
Focusing on
go.
resolution.
Yes.
The ones masterminding the war, they're not afraid of our demise, are they?
Oh, yes. But they just don't believe that they're going to demise. You see, they have the fear of the demise of humanity. They just don't perceive or believe that they are part of humanity, so they won't demise. Do they? In other words, get rid of those that are trying to kill me, then I won't be dead. Do you see?
So they're not smart enough to know, like, that a nuclear incident would affect them?
They don't believe that it will. They believe that they are well protected.
Oh.
It's the same as individuals who go and attack somebody with a gun. The other person has a knife, you have a gun, you figure you're well protected, but you didn't count on the guy behind you who also had a gun. Do you see? But as long as all you were seeing was the man with a knife in front of you, you thought you were well protected. Do you see? Interesting, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
So then, since that's in a consciousness of fear, they wouldn't be looking at all the possibilities.
No, they wouldn't look behind them, would they?
No.
They would only look at what's there in front of them.
Movies are actually a good indicator of where humanity is at this time.
Yes, because the media, the medium itself, whether it be movies, television, radio, internet, the actual tool itself, its usage, it gives you a good indicator of where the humanity resides, where the consciousness of humanity resides. And you can also, as a result of observing it, see movement, can't you? The more you observe the use of the medium, the more you'll see the movement of humanity. Is it moving towards a consciousness of free choice, or is it moving deeper and deeper into the consciousness of fear? Does it?
Yeah.
So possibilities and probabilities are endless. But the key is to realize, what do you choose to create for yourselves and for everything around you. Now, here's the final possibility. One individual can create a possibility and a probability for change by choosing themselves, which is why we've encouraged you individually to choose. Is it? Now, think of it this way. In this group, one said that she is moving from the consciousness of free choice now. True?
Mm-hmm.
Then in this group now has an opportunity to observe someone. So you now have created the possibility for change in others and increased the probability of change for many others. Do you see? Interesting how that works, isn't it? Now, some will look at you and say, you haven't changed at all. Some will look at you and change, yes, you've changed, and said, yes, you've changed a lot.
I've had people say, when are you going to start teaching?
There you go.
I already am. But they don't
They
see
want you
it.
to actively teach it.
Yeah.
They want you to give them the how-to.
Yeah, yeah. Teach like they would teach.
Like giving them the how-to.
Yeah.
Repeat after me.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
Yeah.
Follow your heart. Everybody goes, follow your heart. Choose. Choose. Choose, choose. Choose, choose. Repeat after me. Choose, choose, choose. Choose, choose, choose. Now go do it. Now go do it. Oh, we're not supposed to repeat that. Do you think?
Yeah.
But you could teach, couldn't you? You could actively begin encouraging individuals to manifest their own ability to choose, couldn't you?
Yes.
So why not create a group of conscious expansion?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yes.
Of course, many will come thinking that if they repeat the words, that'll be sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
When they find out that it's not, many will leave.
Yeah.
Do they?
It's unlike anything else. I mean, the whole process we've gone through with you is unlike anything else out there.
Yes. Isn't that great?
Mm-hmm, it is. But when you're in a psychology of fear, it's like you can be pretty fearful at times, and
Yes. But you see, if you're in the psychology of free choice, this is where you can allow them to be afraid.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can't you?
Yes, but I still can't choose for them.
No, you can't. As much as you'd like to try.
Mm-hmm.
Choose, 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 darn it, choose. Yes, you can do it. Choose. Didn't work with you, did you? Did it?
No, it didn't. No.
It's not going to work with anybody else either.
No.
Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
What's the probability that you'll end up speaking before we do?
0, because you just spoke.
Wonders, will there be some sort of event that will like cause people to seriously evaluate themselves and their choices?
That probability is being created, yes.
Would that be the war? Or
Actually, it won't be one event, it'll be a series of events. A pandemic, a war, and a major natural disaster.
and then people will say, wait a minute, is this what we want?
No, they're going to say, we're so afraid, we don't know what to do, so let's try something different.
Oh,
However, it's not necessary. That probability can be altered very quickly. In order to alter that probability, the word choose and the encouragement for individuals to choose must permeate the human consciousness. The only way to do that is to use your medium. You see? So we would encourage you to go out and speak in as open a form as possible. Just stand there and say, choose! Put it on the internet. Create a website with the word choose. And try it this way. Create a website with simply one word, choose. Nothing else, just choose. And see how many hits you get.
I have a website that I'm not using for anything right now. That would be great.
So only one page, multicolored, purple if you'd like, whatever. But use the words choose. Just put that right there. Choose one word right in the middle.
Cool. That's easy.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets the word out.
Yeah.
Because people might search for choose, or they have a search question or question or something that had the word choose in it,
There you go.
and then it would pop up and they'd go there and see it. A lot.
Or if you want to, you could also say choose freely. Choose, click on it, next page, choose freely.
Click on it, then what can it say?
Choose.
Choose freely.
Choose again.
Choose again.
Yeah.
There you go.
And again. And again.
Is it? 2 pages.
I'm going to do that.
Hey, what about greetings? We want to incorporate greetings as well.
Then page number 3.
Yeah, greetings. Choose.
No, choose freely, greetings.
Oh.
Or 3 different websites. www.choosefreely.com.
She wonders why would you put greetings at the end?
Why not?
Doesn't flow as well. Like, wouldn't I greet them before I say?
There's that logical mind of yours having
It
a good time.
is.
Then do it the other way. Create your own website. Have someone else create their website. Is it? Just imagine what would happen if every website started off with the page choose. No matter where you went.
Boy, that'd get it into the mass consciousness then.
Wouldn't it?
Wow.
Choose freely. Have it entered into the mass consciousness.
We could also send emails out.
You could.
Although people don't like spam.
So don't spam.
Yeah.
You don't need to actively force it, but you do need to present it.
Well, you know how people on their emails put something at the end after their name?
Yes.
You could do that. Choose freely.
Yes.
And then every email you sent would have choose freely.
That's a good
There you
idea.
go. Now you're getting creative.
I always start all my emails with greetings.
There you go.
Yeah.
A great way to expand the consciousness, don't you think?
Yep.
Remember the idea of the website. It is valid, we assure you.
Oh, I'm going to do that, definitely. Right now it's just sitting there.
Then may we suggest that we're going to choose freely and end this session. How's that?
Okay.
You see, we've given you everything you need. Humanity has what it needs in order to shift its consciousness. We've presented it to you. We've given you the awarenesses of it. You have it within yourselves. All that's left is choosing freely. Choose freely and start expanding that awareness throughout humanity. And humanity will increase the probabilities and possibilities of its own choices. But it must begin somewhere. One person must choose. And we do thank you. To you all, the appreciation of all.
The
appreciation
appreciation
of
of all
all
wonders.
wonders.
Wonders, may we move to end this session?
Please.
Please perform all healings that are chosen.
Done.
Please relax the body to its natural state now.
And to you all, the appreciation of all.
The appreciation of all
Appreciation of
wonders.
all
All
wonders.
wonders.
I would like Renee to awake feeling completely loved now.
I came out of that session, I had a picture of my mind of a website. One great big page, just one page, purple, a nice beautiful reddish kind of purple. It's not reddish blue, I guess. And right in the middle was just two words, choose freely. And it was like, it would just kind of move in, sort of like choose would become big, and then freely would become big, and then choose would become big. And it was just, that's it. That's all it was. It was just a website like that. And it was interesting because when I saw that, I thought, well, this isn't going to do a whole lot. But then the more I looked, the more I saw it was like a counter, and the counter was just rolling over. And more people were just clicking on it, just for the sake of clicking on it. And that's it. That's what I got.
Thank you.